Okay, it is another Saturday evening. Yay!
Yeah.
It has been this week. Just seemed to just snap right on by the week. Come and gone, really quick. So which is kind of surprising because there wasn't anything unique or special going on, and sometimes a week like that can just make things drag on. Oh man, this is a long week, but not really. So I hope everybody has had a good week, and happy Saturday. We're doing garbage plates.
You.
Ew, garbage.
Gil's here. What's up, Tom?
I'm sorry, Miguel. Good evening, sir. What's up with you? Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Gonna be eating garbage tonight. Garbage plates.
Don't sound too appetizing.
No?
Garbage.
Garbage. Why not? I was surprised that even what was her name? Old Julia Childs actually had a recipe for garbage plate, which is really kind of surprises me, actually. I just figured garbage plate is just, something that's, I don't know, maybe got its origin somewhere, some restaurant, kind of like the hot brown. But anyway.
So there's a couple more people in the house.
Yay.
Got Steve
Steve.
and Jessica.
Jessica, good evening.
She said hello. Sorry, I have been absent lately. My father's been in the hospital, and I haven't seen my only friend in months. But I'm here now.
Oh, well, I sure hope everything goes well with your family. For sure. Thanks for coming back in and saying, hey, garbage plate on the menu, and bumpy cake. Bumpy cake. Yeah, that's dessert tonight. And for those of you that normally on the title of my stream, by either Friday or Saturday, sometime I will change the title to indicate what side dish won and what dessert it will be. And I don't know if you noticed or not, but I didn't say anything about which side, because this week all three of the sides are going to be used. So, because it's all part of a garbage plate.
Steve says, hope all is well. Random Thoughts is here.
Random Thoughts. Good.
Hope everything is going well.
Welcome. Happy Saturday. Hope you've had a great week. I was just saying to everyone that making a garbage plate tonight. And it turns out that a garbage plate can be a lot of different things. That's why they call it a garbage plate, I suppose.
Debbie's here.
Debbie, good evening.
You are so awesome and funny. Hi, Debbie.
Good evening.
Random Thoughts loves your videos.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I do.
Ralph's here.
Ralph,
Just
good
back
evening.
From helping Mom with the grocery shopping, but it's sure not fun in summer.
Well, no. That's the thing about being in the future is, for those of you that do not know, Ralph resides in New Zealand. So, and Ralph, I got the actual halloumi cheese. This is the one from Cyprus. I made sure that I was getting the real stuff. And so we're definitely interested in trying that. I'm going to get some pasta going for this garbage plate. And I guess I'll give y'all just a quick little rundown, I guess, of what I'm doing. So we looked at a few different recipes, exactly what is a garbage plate. Julia Childs actually had a garbage plate, which really kind of surprised me. I mean, Miss, I don't know how to say food, but she was, a French chef and definitely wasn't known for making garbage plates. But what that turns out is it's a plate that has 3 or 4 different side dishes. Tonight I'm going to make, and what Julia had on hers, uh, macaroni, home fried potatoes. Those items are put on the plate, and then you put the meat or your protein in the middle. Most of them had a combination of 2 different kinds of meat. Take your pick. So I decided we're going to do burgers and hot sausage, hot smoked sausage. So that's what's going to go on the garbage plate, and then it'll all get topped off with some cheese sauce. And that's kind of what makes it all kind of just look like garbage.
Okay, can I catch up here?
Yes, you please. Yes, you please.
Photos Against Anxieties here. Good
Photo.
afternoon.
Hey, photos against anxiety.
Steve said very cool, having all sides. Garbage plate is a great dinner choice.
Yeah, well, this request came from our other man in the future, Mr. Greg Wales, in Australia. I think he'll be around. We usually see him on Saturday, on his Sunday.
Yeah. Photos said garbage plate sounds like a college desperation meal.
It does, doesn't it? I agree with that. Yeah, like I was really surprised to see that Julia Childs actually had a garbage plate, and I think it was chicken and sausage. I think she had several different meats anyway, but the photograph was all the sides and the meat and stuff in the middle, drizzled back and forth with ketchup, mustard, and mayo. And okay. The drizzling stuff, that's a little outdated, but I want it to look like garbage, not a drunken foo-foo plate.
Stanley's here. Hello, everyone. Getting ready to make Alfredo chicken tortellini with spinach tonight.
Stanley, hey man, glad you made it. That sounds delicious. I love. I did a lemon pepper chicken Alfredo not too long ago, and that was really, really good. Love making Alfredo.
Ralph said, never heard of Julia Childs.
No, she's, yeah, I guess one of the early celebrity chefs, and I can remember when I was just a little kid, on the local public PBS, public broadcast station system, whatever. They would have her cook, something. There would be she would do a little cooking show, and so pretty popular here. If you YouTubed her, you would, easily find, at least some of the old black and white ones, which, makes sense because it was back in the early '60s, I think, when she first started. So.
Yeah, I was going to say to Google it. Google her.
Yeah, Google or YouTube, either one.
Yep. Jessica says the carpetbagger also loves eating garbage plates. That's how I heard from it.
Nice. A carpetbagger. How many carpets can you put into one bag? I'll have to ask a carpetbagger that myself sometime. All right, that was dumb. I just want to get this pasta going, get it cooked up and cooling down, and then I'll start dicing up some other vegetables and stuff. pretty easy on the menu tonight, which is nice. You know, a couple of weeks ago when I did the Chicago deep dish pizza, that was a long stream, and as always, when I do something like that, I totally wreck my kitchen. So we can't have that. All right. Come on, pasta. The bumpy cake that I made tonight, or actually I made it yesterday. It's a Frankenstein recipe, almost completely. I didn't like the recipes that I was finding for the cake part of the bumpy cake. So I don't know, Frankensteined some pieces and parts from other, from another cake recipe that I would use. And, added some extra egg yolks. Turned out really nice. I don't know what it tastes like, but it turned out nice. And instead of using a regular buttercream like they set on to do the bumpy cake, I made some Swiss buttercream, which is, I like it better. I think it has a better texture, and it's not nearly as sweet. So, it's like just plain American buttercream. So that's been in, of course, the chocolate fudge topping. Yeah. Needed to cool and harden up so that when I cut that bumpy cake, you can see that chocolate layer and then the layer of that buttercream underneath. So I'm really excited.
Yeah, it'll be good.
It should be really good, yeah.
Jessica was just asking, what is a bumpy cake?
Bumpy cake? Well, it's a chocolate cake. That's the only thing that I think is really any different than any other chocolate cake is the fact that it has some coffee in it. And even that isn't that unusual. Chocolate and coffee go together really well, just like tiramisu or whatever. So, but as far as the cake itself goes, that's about it. That's why, I added some extra egg yolks to it, just so to be a little moister. And switched up the buttercream and blah, 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 just about everything. But, yeah, I didn't find anything especially different about it. So, you want to make a different cake, make the Guinness chocolate stout cake. You won't be disappointed.
Delicious.
It is amazing. That's probably about the 30th time that I've mentioned that cake. Made Guinness chocolate stout pudding last weekend, right?
Yep.
Was that last weekend?
A couple weeks.
Delicious.
Maybe.
Oh, really good.
So what are we doing next week?
Next week, I have to draw. There was a bit of bit of a stumbling block, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Last week, or week before last, I had to draw out 2 tickets because I forgot to draw the week before, and I drew 2 from Mr. Wells. One was beetroot soup, and then the other one was garbage plate. And the only beets that I could find that are fresh now were like either a long way to get or super expensive because they're organic. It's just not the right season to get fresh beets, not without paying for them a whole lot. So anyway, we decided to do we have put the beetroot soup back into the basket, and next time it comes up, hopefully it'll be a little better time of year for it.
Yep.
So and I've talked to Mr. Wales. He's perfectly fine with that. So, all right. So I guess while we're talking about it, let's.
You should mix it up.
Yes.
Put in some-
This little guy added all the new ones that we've gotten over the last couple 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Let's give it a good
One
stir.
fell out,
Yep, I see it.
2 fell out.
This is my little fancy barbecue basket. You know, complete rig. But you know what? It spins the tickets, and that's all that matters.
Jessica says you should try making snowball cakes, or you should try making tiramisu.
Oh, I've made tiramisu. I mean, completely from scratch, from the mascarpone cheese to the ladyfingers to, yeah, you bet.
Yeah, that was good.
Oh, it's delicious. But that's not one I could make on the stream at all. In fact, there's most desserts it seems that I can't. Oh, I need to draw too, don't I?
Yep.
All right. So my niece and her husband, Scott and Jennifer, a green chili Philadelphia sandwich. So a green chili Philly. That sounds like a band almost, doesn't it? Here you go. So that's next weekend. Now let's draw another one. Ah! That's one of the problems about this particular basket. Especially if I spin it the wrong way. Just like that.
Yep.
Doesn't matter. I'm just goofing around right now anyway. All right. Here we go. I'll just... Okay. So don't forget, if you want to request something or have a dinner suggestion, just let us know. We'll write it down and put it in the basket. Ooh, yum. Stanley. Yes, thank you. Chili relleno with rice. So that'll be week after next. Yum. Geez, what a disappointment to have to make that, huh?
Yeah. One of my favorite things.
All right.
Okay.
Nice. All right, let me check this pasta. It's probably done.
Ralph said food prices sure are going up. Me and Mom just did our fortnightly food shop at our cheapest supermarket, and it came to just over $300 just for the two of us.
I know, it's terrible.
Tom and I talk about that every time we go to the store. It's like, ugh.
Yep. Well, I mean, it's just, it is what it is, I guess. There's sure nothing I can do about it. I wish I could, but I'm going to give these about another minute, maybe. They're
Ralph
just
said
about done.
if you spend $200 or more, then you get a free coffee. But that doesn't really count for much.
Well, no. Not really. That's like that reminded me of many years ago, one of the restaurants I was working at, for the Christmas bonus, and this was for everybody, including management, which I was. We all got a gift certificate to Blockbuster Movies, and Ralph, that's a place where you could go and rent videos back in the day. Okay, so it was a $5 gift certificate to Blockbuster, and a Sharpie, which is a marker pen, and a roll of masking tape. And for those of you that haven't worked in kitchens, you label and date everything. So, we always had tape and a Sharpie to mark stuff, and that's what they gave us. $5 gift certificate to a movie place and a Sharpie with some masking tape to work with. Terrible.
Jessica said you should just put them in a hat, and it would be easier to pull out.
Put them in a hat.
Yeah. Lisa's here.
Hey, Lisa.
How's things going? She said.
Good. Good evening. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday, the Wild Man. If the Wild Man is indeed there.
Steve Russell said you did the chili relleno on March 26th, 2022. 2022.
Well, looks like I'm doing it again. Can't say that I won't double up on stuff. That was a while back.
Yeah.
All right. We'll let those cool a little bit, and I'll just kind of start doing this. So how about if we get a little appetizer out of the way?
Yeah.
What do you
Sounds
think?
good.
Cut some of this cheese. I'm going to slice the cheese. Excuse my terminology. Well, all the way from Cyprus, huh? Well, it sure got nuclear packaging, or I need to sharpen my steak knife. I think I need to sharpen my steak knife.
Probably that's it.
All right. First impression, let me get a sniff. Doesn't really have any kind of particular aroma.
Ralph says, I think we used to have a Blockbuster here also, though Video Easy was our main place to get the old VCR tapes.
Cool. Yeah, well, okay. So that was, a big thrilling bonus.
Crazy Food Crew's here. Hello, the crew is here.
Hey, guys. Tim, Nate. I'm sure the Wild Man is in there somewhere. All right. And let me dry these off. I'm going to throw a slice of bread into the toaster. I'll fry up the cheese, put it on the bread, and drizzle a little bit of honey and some sesame seeds on there. And we'll see what it tastes like.
Yep, sounds good.
It does.
Lisa said, no Wild Man. He's up at Tim's house helping Nate with his new bedroom.
Ah. Well, maybe they're taking a break. And Wild Man's tuning in for a minute.
Jessica says, I'm not sure if you already explained this, but what's in the garbage plate that you make?
Well, tonight it's going to have macaroni salad, baked beans, and home-fried potatoes. And the meat's going to be hamburger and hot smoked sausage. And I'm going to cover it all with cheese sauce to make that garbage just shine. Okay. I don't want this to be too hot. That might have been too hot.
Might have been.
Nah. I'm sure it'll be fine. So this is the first time I've tried this cheese. I'd never even heard of it until Ralph mentioned halloumi.
Yeah.
Frying or grilling cheese. Come to find out that they do have an American equivalent. It's called bread cheese. And I could have gotten that instead of this, but I wanted to try it just because I'd never heard of it. And
Yeah, we'll try it next time.
Yep, next time we'll get some of that. Very good. Nothing sticking. Looking good. Turn that temperature down.
The American version, he said, was made with cow's milk, I believe.
Yeah, the American. This said it's a combination of sheep, goat, or may also have cow milk as well. So. Not sure what to look for. You can see a little browning on the bottom. Did that sound right? That really browns my bottom. All right, well, I'll just keep on going here. Not burnt, not cooked, not browned yet, but it's not burnt either. So
that's a good thing. We don't want to burn it.
Nope. I've burned more than a couple things. Forget, like, you left a little something in the oven. Left it there so it stays warm. Oh yeah, there we go.
This is going to be interesting to try.
Alright, so far it's looking great. Yeah.
Ralph said, yep, it's meant to be a yellowy brown color.
Yep, I believe that's what I've got here. Looks delicious. Crispy cheese, I mean, come on. Who doesn't like the crispy cheese on the edge of a baked lasagna or a baked macaroni and cheese, that crispy golden brown edge? You bet. This is going to be good.
How long have you and Ralph known each other? A long time, huh?
Yeah, since, boy. I think, Ralph, maybe what, 2007? Something in that neighborhood?
Yeah. I know it's been a long time.
Ralph, I don't remember for sure. That sounds about right, but... Okay. That cheese, and I'll give you guys a look here in a second. Cut that. Some fried halloumi cheese.
Yeah, that looks delicious.
Yes, it does.
Steve Russell says I'd go back to 2007. Jessica says, so what's the difference between cow's milk and goat milk? Random question, I know.
Well, the fat content is different, and it does have a slightly different flavor. They all have different, a slightly different flavor from each other. That's if you're eating kind of like a farmer's kind of cheese, where it just relies pretty much on the flavor of the milk itself. But I've tried goat mozzarella, and to me, there's almost no difference in flavor at all. So I guess it just depends on what cheese and.
Yeah. Ralph says, can't remember. I just know it started with Pirate the World, that online computer game where you click the dots.
Yep.
I remember that game.
Yep.
When Tom was doing it.
Yeah, I remember that too. Met on a silly game. Somehow we've managed to keep in touch all these years.
Yep.
All right, so there's the honey on there. I don't imagine it needs a whole ton. Sprinkle a little bit of sesame seed on. Little appetizer.
That looks like it's going to be really good.
All right, let's see here. I'll grab my little light. It always manages to shut off right after I turn it on. You tell me, is that up enough?
Yep.
Closer look, does that stay in focus?
Pretty good, pretty good. That looks really good.
Alright. Oh, there you go.
Thank you.
Alright. Now, I don't have anything at all on this end of the cheese. I just want to try it by itself. It reminds me of a like mozzarella that's dry. It isn't gonna give you any cheese pull whatsoever.
Yeah.
It's good. I like the texture of it.
So Tim said Nate and Uncle tried the new hot honey pizza tonight with wings.
Nice. Yeah, trying it with the melt like we did.
That was good.
That was good. We wouldn't have ate a whole pizza. There's no way. So I just asked him, hey, can you put it on there? He said, sure. Hot honey on pepperoni pizza is good.
It was good.
I've had hot honey on wings a bunch of different times. What do you think?
That's really good.
Yeah.
I tried just the cheese. And it's really good too.
I can see the little bits of mint in the cheese, but I don't taste it at all.
Jessica says, feel free not to answer this. I know it's weird, but do you have a mating call? If you can we hear it? Because I really need to laugh.
Do I have a mating call? Yo, Debbie. How's that?
Funny. Ralph says, if you're ever feeling adventurous, then I saw recently on YouTube some people suggesting halloumi deep fried and served like fries with seasoning.
Oh yeah, I could see that big time.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah. It's like, I could see that big time. The only thing that I think that some people would miss would be the cheese pull that you get from a cheese stick, deep fried. But being able to do the other things with it, like, you know, in the seasoning and things like that, may make up for that. So, but I don't know.
That's all crazy food crews laughing at you.
Well, ask me my mating call. That's my actual true mating call.
What was that? She says it sounds like the chickens outside.
Oh. Okay, that's enough. That's enough of that.
Ralph says, sounds like McDonald's in the UK sells halloumi chips.
Halloumi chips. That would be good. Just cut thin enough to fry crispy. That would be really good.
Laughing at you again. You got the attention of both guys and they were sleeping.
All right. So onion for a couple things. For the mac salad and for my taters. So I need to take a minute. I do got to keep my head down and watch what I'm doing though. I do not want to slice a finger.
No.
It's been quite a while since I have. It seems like I did last time. Yeah, actually it wasn't that long ago, if I remember now. Didn't I manage to stab my finger a few weeks back? I'm pretty sure I did. On the live stream. Stabbed my finger. Wasn't bad. But I did leak for a minute.
Yep.
Alright, let's put some of that onions in there. Onion and some pickle. Pickle in my pasta salad. Come on. How did they get it in there without breaking it? Is what I want to know. Let's get that. Slice and dice on a little pickle action here. Get this garbage plate on the roll.
Late for work.
Wow, hey guys.
Sure, so GIC.
Jason? Wow. Are you okay? Those were some seriously hot chips. I was feeling the cramping for you.
Yeah, they look pretty hot.
They did. You could just see the powder caked onto those chips, or that's what it looked like anyway.
Jessica says LOL. Thank you, I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, see how you only have yourself to be, to blame. You ask yourself something that you probably should, like, wow, you're regretting it now, aren't you? See?
George says he's good now.
Awesome. Well, I sure hope so. How many did you eat? Because I did cut out before you finished the stream. Just curious how many of them you ate. All right, a little bit more pickle in there. Heavy on the pickle. A little bit of bell pepper. Just because I have it for the taters, I'll put some in the salad. And I've got some of the mayo that I made last week.
He said 14 chips beat the world's record. Wow.
Whoa.
That's great.
Dude. Man, you and Chris are just, you, Chris, and Aaron actually are all three really, starting to come into your own with, this hot peppers thing. Man, I couldn't touch it.
Man, they look hot.
Oh. Yeah, they looked hot all right.
John's here.
John, good evening. How are you this fine weekend? All right. So, hey, you guys know what I'm having, right? It's only fair. What are you having?
Yep.
What's your meal upcoming? Because, depending on where you're at.
Yep.
Like Ralph will probably be having some kind of a lunch. Or midday meal. Don't know how they...
So Carol's probably watching too, so hi Carol.
Yeah, hi Carol.
I don't know that she is for sure, but probably.
Okay. Just rough up. Get a rough cut done on these peppers for the potatoes. Those look okay. I wanted to make sure to get everything diced up that I'm going to use that Mrs. O'Guy is going to have, because the potatoes obviously are not going to agree with her, so I will do that last. Alright. Little celery in there.
Late for work, had sausage gravy and biscuits for dinner.
Yum!
Get off the belly.
Yum. We did that for dinner not long ago.
Yep.
A little sausage gravy, and biscuits. Except for some weird reason, my biscuits didn't get big and fluffy like they normally do. They just stayed kind of flat. They tasted great, but they just didn't. I don't know. They didn't. I did something wrong, that's for sure. Okay. We'll get that into the salad. Let's get some of the homemade mayo in there. A couple of nice.
Steve had just a peanut butter sandwich and a garden salad.
Sounds all right. A lot of times we'll eat just each have a piece of steak and a salad.
Yep.
That's it. Nothing else. I got to do that. I mean, after this fall, or this last fall, the 20 pounds I lost over the summer.
Right back.
Right back on.
Jordan was here.
I'm sorry? Jordan. Hey, good evening. I hope you had a good week too. Yes. And I think Stanley already said what they were having, right?
Yep.
And what was it? Because now I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember now either.
Okay. Oh, maybe it's not worth all that. Maybe.
Chicken Alfredo. Tortellini with
That's right. Now I remember, because I had mentioned about the lemon pepper chicken Alfredo. I forgot about that.
Lisa said that she had dinner and it was shrimp, scampi,
and egg rolls. That sounds good. Love some shrimp. Not all the time, but
Jessica says they do have a couple of YouTubers that do mating calls on the regular, LOL.
Yeah, I need to work on mine, I guess. I need to work on mine. I don't think that's going to attract anybody. Believe me, once they got a good look at me, mating is going to be about the last thing on their mind. Let's go this way. All right. I'm going to cut this tater up. Oh, let go of it. Just get these diced up. Want to dice them pretty small so it doesn't take them forever to cook. Almost like hash. Just about there. I think I got more veggies than I do tater. Not that tater isn't a veggie. Okay. Sizzle. Okay. And I'll just get all this out of my way. Because I don't need it.
Ralph has just 2 beers or not 2 beers.
Okay. Let me just set this over. Yeah. I did have a bag right there. While that's doing its quick thing, I want to put this cheese in the refrigerator.
Late for work said congrats on the 1K, by the way. That's awesome.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. My celebration live stream was, let's just say it's something that I'll never want to do again. I'm not fond of seafood. Well, let me put this a different way. I'm not fond of most seafood, and especially raw oysters. They're not for me. And so for my 1000th sub live stream, I ate a monster raw oyster with Vienna sausages, chocolate syrup, and blue cheese dressing. And let's just say it didn't turn out well. But I don't imagine the one I do for 5,000 is going to be any better. So, thank you, though.
Jordan, I got it wrote down for you. She suggested chicken Gloria. She goes, I made it for Dave on Valentine's Day, and he loves it.
Awesome. Chicken Gloria.
John's having chicken salad sandwiches.
Simple and easy. Nothing wrong with that.
Ralph said it looked like a bit of food might have rolled under the counter.
Oh, wouldn't surprise me. If the dogs don't get it, it'll get swept up.
Just put that in the
Basket.
No, that up.
Oh, well,
That's okay, I'll rewrite it.
that was too small anyway. It had to fall right out. You got to make it on a bigger piece of paper than that. All right, so those are going. I guess I'll pull out the ground beef and the sausage. Get ready to warm those. Get ready to cook the burger and warm that sausage. Yeah, that's better. In it goes.
Thank you. Late for work said not the Vienna sausage and chocolate syrup combo again with raw oysters.
Yeah, and blue cheese dressing.
That's something nasty. I'm going to have to watch it. I'm going to have to watch it.
Yeah, and what I plan to do and I might as well just tell you, I plan to do for my 5,000th sub, a dessert souffle with anchovy. And I imagine that's just going to be about as disgusting of a dessert souffle as you're ever going to have. Haven't decided if I'm just going to do plain vanilla or chocolate. I'll figure that out, I guess, when I get a little closer. Got a long way to go. All right. That's good. Let me get a patty made. All of a sudden it got quiet in here. Get a couple of burger patties made here.
Jordan says it has sauteed mushrooms, a sauce made from scratch, and then you put it in a casserole dish with Munster cheese on top, and you bake it, and then you broil it to finish.
Oh, it sounds really good. It does. Sounds like something I would eat.
Yep.
And get this patty pressed out. This is going to be the easy part.
Yeah.
Not that any of it's been particularly difficult, but it's nice to have one like this once in a while. Last couple weeks haven't been too bad. Last week was the club sandwich. And I think onion rings. That was real good. Okay. These taters should be fried up in time. I think they're small enough. By the time these burgers are done, they should be done, or at least I hope so. I used up all my peppercorns. Pop out a few more. Especially when it's burgers or steak. I love to crack some fresh pepper. Alright. Nothing fancy. But good.
Ralph wants to know what's the stuff that looks like dog roll.
Right here, that's the sausage. That is the sausage.
John said quiet can be dangerous, especially when bacon is cooked. Got that right.
Yeah, there's only been a few times where I've sadly burned the bacon. But luckily not a whole lot. Okay, let me turn that down to low. Just a cup of milk. I got some just little blocks of cheese that I cut up, plus a little bit of shredded mutts. I got some cheddar, some Monterey Jack, and a little bit of mozzarella in here. Oh, are you gonna stick for me, or am I gonna hit you by that stupid suction cup thing? Oops. What do you know? It actually held.
Yeah.
Surprise! Now the surprise is gonna be if I get the shred into the bowl or the dish.
Yeah.
That one didn't shred up very well. Woohoo! Okay. Close enough. Pick up what didn't make it into the dish. A little bit of cornstarch, a little bit of flour. Gonna mix that around. Toss in some onion powder. Not a ton, just, I don't know, maybe a half a teaspoon or so. Same thing with garlic. Come on now, garlic, same thing. And a little bit of cayenne. Just a touch of cayenne in there. I'll finish it off with some mustard. Alright. Nice. Get that tossed around. Let that milk slowly get hot. I'm hoping to get this cheese sauce done just about the time these burgers are ready. So, trying to get everything kind of done at the same time. Alright. So far so good. I'm going to get some of this out of my way. There's been a couple of close calls where I've had the fabulous, fantastic Fabo F. Fryer going and needed something out of the cupboard.
Yeah.
Not a good idea. Have something fall and splash into that
Yeah.
hot fryer. Only bad things can happen. All right. I don't think we've heard from everybody on what they're having for dinner, but that's okay. If you guys want to keep it to yourself, that's fine. Must be some mystery. Okay. Get this boiga put into a bag and into the fridge. Not going to use a giant piece of this sausage. Just cut in half like that. I think half of that for each of us would be good. I've had to learn to cut back on the portion size that I make on Saturday nights. Although there are some things that I make that I want some of the next day, like lasagna, for instance.
Yep.
You know,
Ed's here.
what's that?
Ed's here.
Ed. Nephew Ed, good evening. Hope you are well. Yes, yes, yes.
Jessica said for dinner she had spaghetti, and have you ever tried sushi? If so, you should try making it on live stream.
So the answer to that is no. I have not tried sushi. Now I know that there are different kinds of sushi, but the ones that would include fish, yeah, that's just not. We wouldn't eat it. It's just not something that we would eat. So now, if there's a type of sushi you could make that would have something else, that would be, maybe something that I would consider doing.
Random thoughts is back.
Welcome back. I believe these potatoes are probably done. Set that aside. Hold this up front. Alright, we're looking good. These burgers are just about done, so I will slide them to one side. Let's get these sausages warming up. Just got to get this milk hot to make that cheese sauce. And I should be able to build a plate pretty quickly.
Yeah.
All right. Come on, dinner. Back to the one meal a day again. So, really trying to trim up again. So.
Steve says my cat is staring intently at my phone over the sizzling LOL.
That's funny.
Gonna warm those beans.
Am I gonna warm the beans? I guess, if you want me to. Okay.
Thank you. Ralph says I've got a mate that had never tried wasabi before, so for the fun of it, I gave him a whole teaspoon to try.
Of what?
Wasabi.
Wasabi? Oh.
And he says that was funny.
Yeah.
That was mean. It's really hot, huh? I've never tried it. So.
Yeah. Real wasabi, it is hot. I like the flavor of real wasabi more than which is pretty much Asian horseradish. It's a lot better than
I've never tried it though, pretty sure.
I like the flavor of it above regular horseradish. But you hardly ever get real wasabi because it's super expensive. You might get, if you get a wasabi paste or something like that in a tube, if you look at it, there's going to be horseradish along with the wasabi. There's not going to be much wasabi in it.
You don't care for horseradish either.
Cheese sauce can use a little more cheese. Oh yeah, I think we're doing good here. Nice thick cheese sauce. I'm not gonna do any more. Okay, since that one's empty, I'll have to dig it out. Actual ground pepper. A little bit of pepper. A little bit of salt. Okay. Burgers probably aren't done yet. I don't mind a medium well burger, but this little guy prefers well done.
Yeah.
Okay, microwave's beeping at me. Jeez. only little minor mess in the kitchen tonight. It's not too bad.
No. Yay.
Yeah, for once, huh? Okay. Oh, I already got a spoon in it. Good deal.
I said, yep, I think it was just the cheap horseradish stuff, but it was still nice. We've got a Japanese restaurant, and I love the sweet steak. Sweet steak?
Sake?
Sake? What they eat?
Sake? Sake? Alright, a little bit of mac salad on that plate. Some baked beans. A couple spoons on there. Okay. Trying to make room here in the center. Taters. Right there. Bite! Choose! And burger patty. Fried link. Pull that off the heat. Oh, yep, we're plating food, folks.
Yum.
Okay. Would you look at all that garbage? Let me pretend to be a blacksmith. Aw, that was a weak sizzle. All right. Stick this back. Cheese sauce. Just gonna dump it all across on the top here over the meats. Splash a little bit onto others. There you go, Mrs. Old Guy. And a fork.
Thank you.
Yep.
Crazy Food Crew says hot garbage, LOL.
Hot garbage. Steaming off the pile. turn it off. Why does it always do that?
That's funny.
Is that up enough?
It is, but that's a little bit bright. Oh, go up some more. You just lowered it. It's a little bit bright. It kind of.
Better?
Yeah.
There's that garbage plate. Doesn't that look great? It looks like garbage.
Crazy Food Crew said you need some ketchup.
Ketchup. Put ketchup on my mac and cheese. Some people, that's fighting words. What? You ain't putting mac and cheese on, ketchup on no mac and cheese. Not in my house, you're not. Okay. Start with some taters.
Steve said nice.
You can't go wrong with potatoes and cheese. And I think this link, the hot link, is going to go really good with cheese. I mean, really, sausage and cheese. I mean, come on. Pasta.
Yum.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the thing about some of the dinners that have been requested. There have been some that I would call maybe a little more upscale type of a meal, but by and large, most of the meals that have been suggested or requested are really just good, basic comfort food type dinners,
Yep.
and this is one of them.
Yeah, that's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Never even heard of garbage plate until it was requested.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, I think we even have a hot brown in the basket, which is another type of sandwich.
You want it?
Bite a juicy burger. Ooh, hot juicy burger.
Sausage is pretty spicy.
Yep, this does. It's the Hillshire Farm for those of you that are in the U.S. Yeah, it does have a nice bit of spice to it.
Random Thought says, ooh, looks good. And Steve says, can't go wrong with a good burger.
Yeah, this is, I mean, garbage plate to me. Almost like fits the bill perfectly for a 1950s or 60s diner where the kitchen guy's left over, he's got to use it up. So let's make a special garbage plate, 35 cents.
Ralph said, why did the mustard not make it to the bun?
I don't know, because he couldn't catch up.
Polly wants a garbage plate.
Do you want a garbage plate, Polly? Is that what you want? You can't have one. Cheese sauce is not, although it really wouldn't hurt her, it would sure make things a mess. I don't need to be any more descriptive than that. Get through this so that I can get to cake here in a few minutes.
Yep.
I didn't expect that this would take long tonight, and it didn't, which is a good thing. After nada all day.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
It is frozen.
I froze them?
Yeah. Time's running, but the video is frozen.
Okay. Well, just go to OBS. And then there in the center where it says stop streaming, start streaming.
Stop streaming?
Click on that and wait. It'll say, do you want to? And
Yeah.
just say, and then go back and check, see if it started again. Hopefully it didn't freeze up too bad on you guys.
Not yet, it's not. No, not yet.
Huh. Wonder why it's doing that now. Can you guys even hear me at all? I'm wondering. I'm going to wait for a second because there's...
Audio is fine, he says.
Huh?
Audio is fine, though.
Audio is fine. That's interesting. Okay, well, let's try that again then. Go ahead and go back to the OBS. I'm going to shut my broadcaster off for just a second. But I'll leave it up right away, yeah.
It did.
Oh, great. So we'll see if that fixed it. Don't know, folks. I'll have to wait until I hear from you. Or whether or not we can see it.
Looks like it did.
Hey. How about that?
You're back.
Antifreeze. Yeah, it's all turned out pretty well. The mac salad could have used a little salt.
Mm-hmm. I have to agree.
Other than that, everything's pretty well seasoned. That Hillshire Farm does have a reasonably good hot sausage. Better than a lot of them.
Mm-hmm. And it's one I can eat.
Yep. Sorry, guys. When it's once a day that I eat, I get quite the appetite.
Looks like it might have frozen again. It did.
Uh-oh.
Stop streaming again, I guess. I might have to shut it down again because I did start streaming and it's still frozen.
Okay. We'll be back again.
Comes back up on here. There you go. Back again.
Why? The computer is running a little cantankerous this evening.
Yeah, I don't know what to do.
I'm out of beverage. I should go grab me another water. we're getting close to the exciting finale. The Bumpy cake. And it looks really good. Again?
Yep. Not sure what to do.
I'll just do it again, and then we'll... Are we back again?
I think. No. Rose still. I did shut it down and reopened it, but it's frozen.
Okay, folks, if you can hear me, yeah, let's try that. Let's try just unplugging it and then plugging it back in. We'll try something else here. Trying adjusting the camera. See if that does the trick. Doing the best we can with this broke down old fashioned equipment here, folks. All right, maybe we get lucky.
Nope.
OBS off and on. If I need to restart. If I do, I'll have to start another stream.
Yeah, I don't know. It's frozen, but it looks kind of dark too. You see that?
Yeah, well. All right. Go to your computer and tell everybody that I'm going to restart the computer and start a new stream. So give us like 5 minutes or less. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Ralph said no worries. I told them his PC is slow, and he says no worries, no rush. We'll still be here.
Yeah, if they'll let me. Come on, you fucking piece of shit. Jesus Christ. Fuck's sake. Shouldn't take this long for a page to come up. Fuck. Piece of shit. We'll see here. I'm trying to get into it. All right. So I'm supposed to. Am I there?
Not yet on mine, but
You should see. Looks like to be working again.
yes, okay.
I'm back. Yay! All right.
Darn thing.
Well, thanks for being patient, folks, and hanging out. That's the nature of my computer. It's old, and sometimes it freezes up, and all I can do is restart.
Yep.
So I'm surprised actually YouTube didn't kick the stream.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Only got a couple more bites. Mm. Then we'll pull out the bumpy cake. Mm. Mm-hmm. Sorry, folks, I'm trying here. Mm. Yum. All right.
It's heavy.
You guys want to see? I'm not going to show you until somebody says they want to see it.
Scott's here. Hey, Tom. Hey, Tom. and
Scott?
Pat.
Good evening. Good evening.
Stuck at work, just listening.
Cool. Well, I'm glad you were able to listen. So I've got this cake and somebody's got to tell me they want to see it before I'm going to show it. I got all night.
Guess nobody wants to see it.
Nobody wants to see it. Well, I guess now I'm just going to be sitting here disappointed all night looking at this cake.
Yeah, Ralph says, "Yep, I'm keen to see it."
Okay, thank
I
you,
love
Ralph.
cake.
Thanks for saving the night, buddy. Ugh. There's the top, right? The bumpy cake. Doesn't that look good?
It does.
Yummy. So, now I'm going to cut us a piece. Now that I was able to show it, I can cut it.
I was video chatting with the granddaughter earlier and showed her the cake, and she said you should put some in a bag and send it to me. Told her it wouldn't be very good by the time it got to her in a bag.
No, it probably wouldn't. Alright, so can I get that piece out without it? Nice.
Ralph says, are those hazelnuts on top?
No, there's no nuts at all on top. It's just the where the frosting is a little thin compared to. Can you see that? Do I need to get a light on that?
No, that looks good.
And there's that top. The layer of that
Turn it so you can-
Swiss buttercream.
Yep. Eli's here.
Eli!
What did I miss, he says.
Oh, you missed the garbage plate. Burger, hot sausage,
My fork's over there. So.
beans, taters, or mac salad. Had me some fried taters. There you go.
Lisa says, hey, don't worry, Tom, it's okay.
Thank you. I don't want to have to worry. So it looks really good. The crumb looks like it turned out nice. All right. Lumpy cake. Wow. That's really good. Super rich.
It is. It is really good.
The cake itself is nice and moist. Nice flavor.
Ralph says it looks nice.
Tastes amazing.
It's really good. Cake's nice and moist.
It is. Yep. Cake is good. Could have used maybe a little bit more sugar, but the buttercream makes up for that.
Yeah, I have to agree.
Mm. And the sweetness from the chocolate frosting. Wow. That's really good.
Come here, Colin.
Yep, if you want to go outside, go out the back door there, little girl.
Come on. There it goes.
Mm.
Eli, move. Ralph says, woof.
Yeah, she barks a lot more than Chumley does, but she won't speak. We can't get her to speak. Chumley will speak. Speak. He'll do it just fine. Polly, we never have been able to get her to do it. She just she won't bark at us.
Eli says, since the time surfer isn't here, and he said, move.
Huh?
Since the time surfer ain't here.
Chocolate bumpy cake. So, Eli, just so you know, next week is a green chili Philly. And the week after that is, don't tell me to see if I can remember. Green chili Philly next week, and the week after that, green chili Philly. I should know because I just drew it out here a few minutes ago. Green chili Philly. And chili relleno.
Yep.
Chili relleno coming up in 2 weeks. So it's going to be chilly the next couple of weeks.
Ralph told Eli, yep, it's a shame you missed the garbage plate. And he says, Ralph, I think he got stuck in a wormhole. He says, that sounds amazing. Still get you.
I don't know if I finished telling you what was on the garbage plate. Sorry, Eli. Macaroni salad, baked beans. I had home fried potatoes. We put a hamburger patty and part of a link of some hot sausage. And I covered it all with some cheese sauce that I used Parmesan, mozzarella, Monterey Jack, and cheddar. Ian.
Ralph said we should take off some points off of Greg for missing his own suggestion, LOL.
I agree.
Instead of Eli says chili rellenos are one of his comfort foods.
Yeah. It's one of Mrs. Little Guy's favorites. Mine too. But we don't often get it. A couple of reasons. One is it can be expensive to get at a restaurant. And second of all, some restaurants don't make them very well. And so then you're running a risk as to whether or not they're going to be worth a crap. So obviously the way to do it is just to make them yourself. Which I did. Who pointed that out earlier? That I did that in 22? Steve. Yeah. Steve saw that I looked back and saw that I had done chili relleno back in
like
April or May or something, 2022.
No bumpy cake for you.
So I guess I've been doing live streams from my kitchen for a while now. Wow. Surprises me. Mm-mm-mm. So, all 3 side dishes were on the menu tonight.
Yep.
Everybody got to win that time. There was no competition on the voting for dessert. Bumpy cake won big time. Yes, it did. Whew. That was a rather hefty sized piece of cake. But super good. I'm gonna finish it. As full as I am, I'm gonna eat these last 2 or 3 bites of
I was
cake.
gonna say probably pay a price.
Oh, I'm sure I will. Well, I don't pay a price if I give myself time. That price that she mentions is the amount of acid reflux that I deal with every time after I eat. And especially need to like lay down or go to bed. Some nights I'll sleep sitting up half the night.
Yep.
And even then. Ah. Woo wee. Say, hey Stanley, if you're there, be all right with you if I show folks what I'm doing for you? Don't know if anybody would be interested in seeing it or not, but wow, lady, wow. Woo!
That was good. Dinner and dessert was both really good.
Yeah. Now I'm really full. Oh.
Ralph says, do you like potlucks?
Potluck? Sure. We've had several potlucks here in town and been to a bunch of family potlucks and stuff over the years, so absolutely. It reminded me of a friend of mine. We went, he was invited to a potluck, and it said to bring a covered dish, meaning like something in a casserole or something that was, but he took a dish or a plate, a dish, and covered it with plastic wrap. And that was his covered dish that he brought to the potluck.
Time surfers here.
Time surfer.
Sunday afternoon. Sorry I'm late.
Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. Wow, we had just, we just got through eating a garbage plate. Oh, did I get a yes from Stanley?
Yes.
Okay.
He says go for it.
Okay. I don't know how well you guys can see this at all, or what, how close or how far back I'm going to have to get, but I love doing these little projects. Should I turn on the light?
That looked really good, like it was.
Oh, did it? Okay.
Yeah, I don't want you to blind it out.
Okay. Can you see that okay? Is that too dark? Is that better now, like that?
That's good, like that.
Good.
Lift it up a little bit.
Up a little bit?
Yep, there you go.
Just another little project. helps keep me busy.
Brady says, how was our garbage?
It was good garbage. It was the kind of garbage that you wonder why they call it garbage. That was really good. Hamburger, hot sausage, pasta salad, baked beans, fried potatoes for me, all covered with homemade cheese sauce. Absolutely delicious. You know, nothing fancy. It was just good. And we are now enjoying the Bumpy cake, which is very bumpy indeed. Layered with chocolate frosting and buttercream on the top.
Yeah, which is also delicious.
Oh man. And now I'm full.
Ralph said that looks cool. Eli said, I too have acid reflux. I take an aloe vera and cactus extract after a late dinner. It coats the stomach and esophagus lining, and I found a great relief.
Oh, I'll have to do me a favor, Eli, and jet me an email, okay, with what you do exactly and what you use, and I'd like to give it a try. Because it would be nice not to have to wait. You know, sometimes there's been times where I've had to wait as much as 4 or even 5 hours before I can comfortably lay down. I can stretch out and kind of sit up a little bit after a little while, but even then it can be a problem. I've tried to figure out if one thing was worse than the others, and there are a couple of things that definitely are worse than others, but I think most of it is just when I eat and how much. I think that's most of it right there.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
So, and hey, we all live with our little thing, so hey, it is what it is. So Stanley, I'm hoping to have that done for you sometime in the next 2 or 3 days, and then I'll get it coated. I do want to, and since never mind, I'll talk to you a little later about it. But I do want to talk to you about something. Ooh, backing up a little bit there.
You ate too much.
That's one thing, I guess, about only eating once a day. I'm so hungry by the time that meal hits. It's a good thing I'm only eating once. There's probably, a whole day's worth of calories in there easily. Just in that piece of cake. 1,000 calories. But, ooh, so good. Definitely beats a poke in the eye with a sharp stick. There's a lot of things that would beat a poke in the eye with a sharp stick. Just saying. Not that I have to. Or that I should.
Ralph says, just hope that it doesn't send you to the throne, LOL.
To the throne. Oh, it will eventually. And that's referring to a totally different condition that I also get to live with. But I'm not going to go there now. Woo! Wow, I can't believe it. I think this is the first time in quite a while that got dinner made and ate and had,
Time left, yeah.
a little time left.
Yeah, it didn't take too long for tonight.
No, well, and I knew it wouldn't. It was nice to have it was kind of nice to have an easy night. Same thing with last weekend. It wasn't too bad.
Yep.
Club sandwiches.
Yep.
I think it was still even a little more involved than this week because I had to make onion rings.
Yep.
And what else? Onion rings and fried cheese sticks to mozzarella sticks.
Yep.
So last week it was a little more involved. But that's okay. I mean, that's why I do this. See what I can get done in a given amount of time. And I knew when that Chicago pizza came up, it was going to be a long one. And it was. I'm just glad that I made my cannoli beforehand. I was able to.
Yep, that helped.
Yeah. That was really good cannoli. Really, really good. Can't wait to make it again. But I need to. I still got a big cake to eat now.
Yeah, we might have to share some.
Oh, I'm thinking so. I'm thinking so, yeah. We'll share some cake. There's no way we'll eat it all before it goes stale. No chance. Oh, Chumley.
He's ready for dessert. He wants bumpy cake.
He wants bumpy cake. Chocolate cake with buttercream frosting. Ooh. Imagine what that would do to his insides. Turn to pudding.
Eli says we get 10 something of OG story time.
Hi. Can you see him?
No.
No? Oh.
Oh, I don't know. Not on the screen.
Okay, well, if we can't see him on the screen, then that's okay.
Nope.
Chumley is hanging off. He's just off camera here, hanging off the back of a chair, looking over at me.
Ralph says Carol might want some.
Carol might want some cake, indeed. We brought her, let's see, what did we give her last week? Was it last weekend? I brought something down? Yeah, well, it was when I had the pie.
Yes.
The spicy cheesecake. And what else there? What else was it? Oh, the black bottom pie.
Yes.
That's right. So that was like 2 weeks ago.
Greg says, hey Tom, I loved your Aussie food adventures this week.
Yeah. The 4 and 20 pie that I tried. Yeah, it was okay, but there was another brand that sold here in the States. Boy, it's been several years now since I've seen it. Maybe since the 80s. But it was called Aussie Pies. And they were really actually pretty good. A lot better than the 4 and 20 pie that came with 100% Australian beef. I'm sure that it was, but the other pie just had a better flavor. I don't know what it was, but
Lisa's heading out.
Lisa, thank you for coming in. Have a super great weekend, or what's left of it, and have a safe week coming up. Be careful. Just be careful. Be safe out there. And, help your old lady neighbor carry in a bag of groceries. Look at him hanging over the couch.
Him and Polly both were.
I know.
They want bumpy cake.
They want bumpy cake. Either that or the smoked sausage, one or the other. Probably both. No unexpected weather coming up other than good warm days coming up here in the next week. So not looking like we're going to get much in the way of snow. I'm not complaining. They could use it up in the high country because a good snowpack means there's plenty of water for the summer,
Steve wants to know any plans tomorrow.
Plans for tomorrow. Other than working on that project for Stanley, I really don't have anything in mind. Why? You want to get together, go play a game of pool?
Ralph told Greg to ask you an Aussie how an Aussie keeps the flies out of the kitchen while preparing food.
Okay, good question.
And Eli says, I went to Australia once. Turned out I was just drunk off oysters in the desert. Funny.
Yep, I thought I was in Aussie, but I was just really drunk on drinking Foster's beer, which isn't even really made in Australia.
So Carol, if you're listening to this, call me after the stream.
And we'll send some cake. Cake. Mm-mm-mm. There was another sip left in that bottle.
Greg says, Foster's, yuck.
Yep. They used to have the Foster's beer commercials here, boy. Australian for beer, mate.
Greg said, moo. Ralph said, so many flies over there that the hats are made with corks hanging from strings.
Flies can get bad here too. They only really got bad the years we had puppies.
Yeah.
There was so much extra dog poo in the yard.
Yeah, they were really bad.
They were really, really bad. To the point where I went and spent money that I would never spend on fly traps to keep it down. It was horrible. I was surprised at the effectiveness of them. They actually work pretty good. These bag fly traps, I don't know if you've seen them, but it's got like this, some kind of powdery stuff in it. You add water, hang it up, and the flies, they're really attracted to it, and it sure catches them.
Yep.
It took a good part of the summer to get it under control.
And we had several bags out.
We did. It was terrible. But last 2 years haven't been too bad, or last summer hasn't been bad. No puppies. So not nearly as many flies. Well.
Rob says, do you ever get biting flies?
Oh, yeah. They got what they call deer fly and horse fly. And, they'll chase you down.
Yeah, they will.
They'll chase you down. They'll bite you. They're no fun.
We ran into some down by the river one time.
Yeah.
They followed us all the
way home, yeah. It's like, ow, another one bite me in the back of the neck. It's like, ah! Yes. Hate biting flies. Biting flies can bite.
Rob said horse flies bites really hard. Horse flies really hurt. Bites really hurt.
Yes, they all do. The deer flies are no different. They bite just as hard.
Eli says, I'm off to watch the NBA all weekend. Have a good one, everyone.
Eli, thank you for tuning in, my friend. Have yourself a good weekend, and give back in your community a little bit, buddy. Huh? Have a good night. Have a good week, Eli. And we're going to be heading out here pretty soon.
Yeah.
So, as always, this is going to be a minute for you guys to, ask a question if you got a question, or give another suggestion for food. yes, please. That would be great. Whatever. I don't really have much else. I've been over the fact that I'm stuffed. That it was good. It was just average everyday food, but
Good.
but good. Yeah, nothing. Just old comfort food, garbage. No, Polly wants to go outside.
Yeah, she does, so I guess you better get up and let her out.
Well, you gotta let her out the back.
She's at the front.
How many times have you let her out the back tonight? Just let her out the back.
Come here, Polly.
This way there only has to be one door open. I'm just being exceptionally lazy.
Yeah, you are.
And that's okay. I was up. I cooked dinner.
Steve
Jeez.
has a request.
Okay.
Turkey soup.
Turkey soup. Why does it have to be toiky? Okay. We're starting a new thing now where as soon as we get a request, Mrs. Old Guy writes it down, hands it to me, and I put it in the basket. So from now on, whenever there's a request, it goes right into the basket. Right then and there.
Yep, that quick.
That quick. Just so that we don't lose any or whatever.
Yep.
Lose track. Because we get a lot of them. As you can see, the basket is, got quite a few slips of paper in it. And I'm not saying that there's not some doubles of stuff. There very well could be. And I have no idea what it would be. So.
Steve said thanks.
No, thank you. I appreciate the the dinner suggestion because it's what keeps us going.
Yep.
This is what I'm doing on Saturday night. So.
And we like all the different stuff too that we get to try and such.
Exactly, like things like Bumpy cake or garbage plates.
Yeah.
There's been a whole bunch of stuff that I did. The Perea taco was one that I'll not forget. That was really good. Never had that. Never made it before. What else? There was another one that I never had before that turned out really well. There's a few of them. So that's how I like it to go. But I guess I am going to get out of here. I appreciate everybody as always. Without you guys, this channel is absolutely useless. So I do appreciate it. If you haven't checked yet, there is a new episode of the George and Punchy Show that posted yesterday. Please head over to the Old Guy Radio Players and give it a listen. I'm going to get out of here. I appreciate every one of you. Get out and do something in your community. Give back a little bit somehow. Okay? Take care. I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Ralph said right at the very end, thanks for the stream as usual.